problems because we're on the highway. So anyway, you know, and if I mute you, it's because, well, we're on the highway. That's just all there is to it. So I'll probably delete that other one. But anyway, you know, just as a thing, just make sure, y'all, that Sandy, when you all are, you know, going in, I couldn't believe when I saw it. I'm like, wait, that had over 900 views, that live, the most views we've ever had on a live. And I'm like, was just jumping, really excited. And if I mute you, it's because the traffic is heavy, and
it's not that bad. Don't get me wrong.
You're not me.
Let me finish. It's not that bad right now, but we have a few trucks coming up, and it might get a little hairy.
And so anyway, just take a moment, and, you know, when you're going to see somebody's, when you see somebody's live, give that thumbs up. Give that thumbs up because it really helps them. I mean, I just was sitting there thinking, we got over 900 views. Hopefully everybody enjoyed last night. And just a couple more thumbs up would have really helped kind of push that video further because of the view count it had. So just a little thing, just something to think about and something to consider when you guys are watching them. Just don't forget that those thumbs up really, really, really matter. Sandy Wendy says hi, Mom. just make.
What am I top liver?
Mr. Blester Crochet is going to get. You know, just make sure you're giving those thumbs up because the content creators that are doing stuff, they're working hard, trying to provide you content, and that's their way of kind of getting just kind of that thank you. It's again, when you give a thumbs up, you're really saying thank you for just, you know, providing some content. And hopefully everybody really enjoyed it. It came out so cute. Actually,
we're fine.
I'm trying to get through this. I don't like this, but we don't have any option.
The nose of the car is a little light today because of the wind.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know what temperature it is. You know what really helps, and I don't know.
30 degrees.
I don't know what it is, and I think it's because I've seen a lot of Dick Van Dyke lately because he turned 100. But lately I've just been tapping my fingers like on the side when I get anxious and go and think, step in time, step in time, step in time, step in time. I don't know what it is. But I can tell you. That's right, Sandy. I forgot I had that command in here. So anyway, just a little bit of warning or not anything. And yesterday we saw coming home and there were 2 deers on the side of the road, like on the side. They were just waiting.
You'll have to talk a little louder.
They were just waiting to kindly, gently cross the road to all the trucks, all the cars stopped. It is 26 degrees. The wind blowing, it feels like 18, I guess. So that's what our temperature here is in our local area. Trying to roll it down so Josh can see out the side. Yes, a little chilly. Actually, I'm not even in my winter jacket. And it was like, I guess I'm getting acclimated to Ohio weather because I didn't even go out in my winter jacket today. And I wore a dress.
I never wear a winter jacket unless it's like
I wore a dress
below
because we're having kind of like a Christmas little thing today after church. And so I got my Christmas spirit today. I have my little I have my little reindeer earrings on. These cute things. Got my little red necklace, and I got my green dress and my red pashmina. I'm all set. I've got holidays all over the galore. So, anyway, I showed the reindeer earrings on the last one. So, I'm going to go home and I'm going to do a little bit of that. I'm going to go home and take a nap. but I'm also going to go and record stuff later on. So this is our live for today so that I can get some recordings done, because I'm going to be doing that the next couple of days. I forgot the red beans, so on the way home today, I think we'll stop off at the Kroger and get some red beans real quick, because I forgot that for the scarf. So we can make, I got the cutest thumbnail. It's similar to the thumbnail I used today, but it's really cute. So I'll do, and I don't know if the thumbnail had anything to do with what happened yesterday, but we'll see. So I'll stop off at Kroger and get the red beans, the dried beans, because those are the only beans I forgot. And then this way, Mom, what's going on? She's wiping the windows and going squeak, squeak, squeak.
I'm trying to keep
And so anyway, so we can make the snowman that we're making for Little
I don't
Bean.
need to roll down the back window.
For Little Bean, we're making the snowman for her. So I've got Mod Podge, I got all that. I've got some kind of glue floating around someplace. I don't think I want to use hot glue, but I think I've got tacky glue someplace. And I've got wood glue I can use too. I don't want to use hot glue because it'll peel off too quick, but I've got tacky glue someplace in my
Sorry for the
stash.
wind.
I've got wood glue I can use because this is wood, so I've got glues I can just spread on there. So we'll do that, and we'll try to do that on Monday. Oh, I was going to talk tonight. I'm going to not. Tomorrow night, what we'll do is Tuesday, we'll do the craft for Little Bean. And then on Monday, we're going to talk about autism and Christmas. So I will schedule that today. I'm just not up to it tonight. I want to get some recordings done when we get home. But, that's what I'll do. Is tomorrow we're going to talk about autism and Christmas and how you can support someone that may be coming over to your home that has a child with autism. They may be autistic. You can support them in little ways by being able to help them. If you're, maybe have a spare room. One of the ideas and one of the suggestions I would have is have a spare room that they can maybe just go into and tend to decompress, especially if there's a lot of people. When we went for Thanksgiving, there was probably about 40 people in this tiny, they have a nice size home, but it's not huge. And so there was several times where Christina and Jared had to go in the bedroom that they were staying in, thankfully, and just decompress. And Josh had to go in the bedroom and in the other bedroom and decompress. So maybe if you have a spare room that you can just set up with maybe some bottled water or some snacks or something, and if you have someone or you have a parent coming over with an autistic child, offer them, say, listen, set up this room, maybe it's a young child, put some toys in there or some books or something, and let them have the option of going in the bedroom and kind of decompressing from all the noise and so forth. The same for a little baby too as well. People, and I know there has been people that have been affected after their children have had, vaccines, and I'm not getting into all that, but I also know that my daughter from birth had autism, because she was 2 days old, and we brought her over to my former mother-in-law's house, and she could not calm down. She wasn't hungry, she wasn't wet, she didn't need any of that stuff. But I said to my sister-in-law, can I go in your bedroom? And I went into a nice, quiet, dark room, and she quieted down very quickly. So offer that to, whether or not you've got new moms coming, maybe they don't have children on the spectrum. They've just had a baby recently. Offer them maybe a room to go into just so they can sit and, if they're nursing, be able to nurse, or if the baby just needs some quiet time and they need to settle the baby down, if you have a spare room or a place that you could just say, hey, so forth, that would be a nice thing to have, something just to think of. But you have to realize, when you have someone coming in on the spectrum, they see and hear everything. Everything is absorbed right in. They take everything in. There's no kind of separation between everything, and it can get very overwhelming very quickly. I say to people this: the next time you go into a grocery store, pay attention, really honestly, to the amount of things that are in a grocery store, and the cashiers, people talking, the lights, the sound of the freezer, the wheels on the carts going. There's actually YouTube videos that show you what and how much someone with autism takes in when they go into a grocery store, and they pretty much want to leave pretty quickly because it's very overwhelming very fast. So understand, when they come in your house, there's all these sensory things coming at them at once. There's lights, there's sounds, there's music, there's food, there's people, and they're taking all that at once. And so they can get overstimulated so fast, and it's not you, it's just the way that their brain works. So there is ways to assist, there is ways to help. Maybe if you do have a child on the spectrum, these are just ideas I'm coming up with myself. If you have a child on the spectrum and, so forth, maybe you can, ask if you're going to your parents' house for Christmas, maybe say to them, can we just have the immediate family? I'm not going to come for the big Christmas party if you throw a big Christmas party. Just going to come for the immediate family, because that's just too much for them to intake. So do things, and whether people understand or not, it really doesn't matter. I want people to understand that. I don't care whether, maybe to some it's like, well, this year for myself has been really difficult because of everything that I've gone through over this past year. And so this Christmas is really hard. And it doesn't matter whether anybody understands it or not. It's what I'm going through, it's my emotions. And so when you have somebody, somebody that know that is on the spectrum, or you're a grandparent of somebody on the spectrum, then you have to just let them kind of run the show. You have to go to them and say, how can I help you? And whether you understand it or not, it really doesn't matter, because you have to think, I don't have to deal with what they have to deal with. I'm not walking in their shoes. When we used to go home with Christina, I was the one that dealt with the 3-hour meltdown. The person we were at the house with, they didn't deal with it. They didn't see that. They didn't have to go through it. I did. So I, a lot of the times, did what was best for me and my child, because I was the one that had to deal with it, and she was the one that had to go through it. There's still snow, believe it or not. I don't think we're going to have a white Christmas, but we sure have had.
No, we're going to have a wet Christmas.
We sure have had a lot of snow. Believe me, this year, a lot more. And what is the first day of winter tomorrow?
Today is the 21st.
Today is the first day of winter. But we've had a lot of snow. So, with that being said, we're almost to church. So remember to be proud of being yourself. Everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And again, tomorrow night we'll talk about autism and Christmas. And on Tuesday we'll do the little bean craft and make that for little bean. I'll see y'all later. I love y'all. Have a blessed day. Remember, today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad it is. Love y'all. Bye-bye, everybody.